Hi guys, welcome to my pre and post raid BiS video for Priest in Season of Mastery. I've actually wanted to make this video for a good while now, but I wasn't really 100% sure on which items would be the best, mainly because I hadn't really done too much raid testing and I was not really entirely sure how likely you were to go and how good regen was going to be, how good intellect was going to be, how good plus healing was going to be. But after having done the raid a couple of times now and killing Ragnaros yesterday, we actually one-shotted in my guild. I eventually settled on some items that are pretty close to what you would have used in Classic, mainly because of the power of just spamming major mana potions and runes. They are just so strong to the point where you can pretty much forego most regen still, unless it's a really, really good item with a lot of regen on it. So yeah, that some of these items are going to seem self-explanatory, but there are some interesting ones for sure that I want to cover. So just to take it from the top, we have the Celestial Crown of Healing, which is just a standard BoE plus healing head. I've seen a lot of people go Cassandra's Grace for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why they do that. It seems like a waste of gold. Like, these usually go for like 80 gold plus, and it's worse than, you know, the 5 to 10 gold heads that you can get, like the 53 ones. So definitely don't get baited into buying Cassandra's. Just get yourself a 53 or a 62 if you have the gold for that. It really just depends how much gold you have. But yeah, get a nice green for the raid for sure. The animated chain necklace from Strat is very standard. Every BiS list is going to recommend this because it's just way better than the other options. Same with the shoulders. These are from BRD. Then you got the cloak, and this is where I would say you want to spend your gold for your first, your first thing really at level 60. Maybe get your epic mount first, but definitely after get this. Get this over anything. True Faith is a waste of time compared to this, so definitely get your Heart of the Wild ASAP. Then I went with Robes of the Exalted. True Faith is better, but it's such a minor upgrade, especially in some, that it's not really a priority for a good while. Until you have really the gold to spare, just stick with your robes, and you should be okay. Then I went for the braces, which is again just a standard BoE. Then you want to get your Hammer of Grace and your offhand from Eltrek Valley. I still haven't done this. I need to do it. Until I get it, you want to have Redemption or Guiding Stave of Wisdom, which are fairly easy to get. And you should be okay until you get this combo, or even potentially until you get Benediction. It really depends on your guild and how much you want to farm AV. So, but yeah, this is significantly better than the staff. Then you want to go Hands of the Exalted Herald. The other options are the Atelier Gloves of Healing, which are good, but you just forego so many stats that I would actually say that even if you had this, if you were absurdly lucky and you had this, these would still be better, just because of the intellect and the spirit. Then Whipbind Cord is very standard as well. You got the Padre's Trousers from Dire Maul. The other options are BRD legs, which are fine, but they're just a lot worse than Padres, so definitely want to try and get Padres. Faith Healer's Boots is also very standard. You got Rosewine Circle, which is a very, very good ring for some. This is actually so good that it's better than Fordring Seal. So when you get Cauterizing Band, definitely replace your Fordring Seal, not your Rosewine. And for the trinkets, we went with the Royal Seal of Eldred Valas and the Second Wind. And Second Wind is a very, very good trinket in some. Potentially better than all of these other options, really. But it's a very annoying item to farm because nobody wants to kill that boss in Seasonal Mastery. And it's a fairly low drop chance, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's like 9-10%. So you can forego this, but it is a very, very strong item. But you can get Mind Tap, you can get Briarwood Reed, you can get Shadow of the Scale off of Onyxia. It's a nice item for sure, but it's not going to be what makes or breaks you as a player. It's just a very, very nice item to have for sure. And then we have the Glowstar Rod of Healing, which is just a BoE. You can get a +20. You can get a 18, which is a lot cheaper. You can even stick with this until you get enough gold for 20. It really just depends what you want to do. I can't fault you if you don't want to buy at +20 because they are insanely expensive right now. So probably just get an 18 until you can pick up the other one for a little bit cheaper. The post-raid BiS is actually very, very standard. You can't really debate many of these choices. It's pretty much, you kind of have to pick that. The only exception to that being the Gloves of Prophecy, which I actually didn't think were gonna be good. They were kind of off my radar, but I had actually forgotten how much mana these gave you, and they're just so strong with the stats that these are actually better than the Hands of the Exalted Herald. For pretty much any situation, unless you are in some kind of guild that just kills Ragnaros in no time whatsoever, these perform better. So you want to try and pick them up. Don't pass them when they drop. Try and roll for them, or hopefully get given them at some point by your guild. And the rest is very standard. You want to get your Cauterizing Bands, you want to get your tier 2s, you want to get your True Faiths at some point. The Bracers are very, 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 very good. You're going to get those eventually from your guild as well when they drop enough. And then, of course, your Benediction with the Healing Power, if you can get that enchant. Somebody on the server should probably have it by now. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Feel free to comment or try and debate me on some of these choices, because I might change my mind if you convince me. But I think most of these are they're not really all that controversial. You just kind of want to pick what has the most stats. Plus healing is very, very good. Regen is very, very good. Even stamina and intellect are fine. Intellect is pretty good, and stamina is good until you have, I would say, above 2500 health unbuffed. When you're below 2500 health, some bosses in MC can actually very easily kill you. If you get targeted by their spells, for instance, Gehenna's has a Shadow Blast, does 2500 damage, so that can easily kill you if you are not top when it hits you. So stamina is not a useless stat, but definitely, prior the other stats, and try to get as close to this pre-raid BiS list as you can. Some of these options, of course, are a little bit annoying to get, like the Offhand and the Rose Wine Circle and the Part Race, but these items are just so strong that you probably want to try and farm them out. But yeah, do it on your own time, of course.